Welcome to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video, I'm going to be creating a very quick eye look with a newer palette in my collection. Maybe not new out on the market, but new to me. And this is the Phantasia palette from Devinah Cosmetics that my dear friend Shani sent to me. Smiley Shani, I will have her channel linked in my description box. And I was so thrilled that she sent this to me because I just recently got onto the Devinah train. I've known about Devinah for quite a while, just had never picked up any of their eyeshadows. And I picked up 9 of their single shimmers and have now become a lifelong fan of this brand. And this is a really pretty color story. Softer matte shades with some beautiful duochrome, multi-chrome shimmer shades. These shades here and these two are the shimmers, and then we've got 4 mattes out here. And I was just so happy and so honored that Shani sent this to me, truthfully. So I'm really excited to play with this today. And I am running late today, but I do want to put a quick, beautiful eye look together. And I felt like this palette would do that for me, you know? So I think what I'm gonna do is use these 2 mattes. And I'm trying to decide if I'm just gonna use 1 or 2 shimmers for this look. But I will start off with this shade right here and put that like in my transition area. I do have both brows done, and this eyelid is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01, as it always is. And I've never tried a matte shade from Devinah before. These are a little, maybe a little dusty, a little powdery. I think Shani was telling me that they are a little powdery. So let's see what I can do here. A quick, easy look, you know, because sometimes we are in a hurry and we don't have time to put together a super intricate look. And the cool thing about shimmer shades like this, the ones that Devinah produces or creates, whatever, is that they're so dynamic and so shifty and so gorgeous that one shimmer shade can make the whole look. You know what I mean? You don't have to have 14 shimmers on your lid with a Devinah shadow, because they just absolutely dominate the eye look, just one shimmer shade. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Sometimes in my mind it makes sense, and then when I say it out loud, I'm like, huh? And I would love to know, like, if you're in a hurry, what palette do you typically grab to create a quick eye look with? You know, like, what is your go-to when you're in a hurry? You just want a quick eye look that you know will come together easily and beautifully. Maybe a palette that you have a ton of experience with, that you just know exactly what shades to put together, and you're done. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into this shade right here. This is kind of like a purpley brown matte shade. Let me find a brush for that. I did clean most of my brushes last night, but not all of them. I knew I needed to start cleaning them because I was starting to run low on brushes that I can use and that I love, you know? So I was like, oh, you better wash these. I've got to get better about that. What I need to do is every night when I get home from work, as dinner is being cooked by my wonderful husband, is just clean the brushes that I used that morning. You know, if I would do that, that would make life a lot easier for me. I wouldn't have to spend an entire evening washing my brushes, because that's basically what I did last night. I stood at the kitchen counter and washed my brushes, and we watched, I think, 2 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. We're watching that right now. We're almost done with the whole show because there was 8 seasons, and we're on the 8th season. I think we have 2 more episodes left to watch, and we've almost given up on it a couple times because it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm like, really? I'm gonna go back in with this brush into the shade again and just kind of blend that out a little bit more, or blend it out, period. I don't know. Walking Dead kind of gets like that too a little bit. I've heard people have said, like, I'm done watching Walking Dead because it just got so ridiculous. And it does kind of suck when shows get like that, when you're like super into them, like the first few seasons are so good, and then it just goes to hell in a handbasket. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? There's this one particular thing that happens on Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not going to tell you in case you want to watch it. Well, I'll tell you. It's like this weird guy like sets off these nuclear bombs. Like, it's like, what? Okay, there's zombies all over the place, and you're gonna set off a nuclear bomb in all this mess? Like, who? No, nobody would do that. Nobody would do that. So then after that, it just gets ridiculous, you know? And like a couple of the really good main characters are no longer on the show, and I'm just like, this sucks. This really sucks. And I feel like I just have this weird, like, stripe of that darker matte shade. So I'm gonna go back in with this and just try to maybe blend that out just a little bit better around here. Right there especially, because I don't really like how that looks. I don't think there's anything wrong with these mattes. I think it's just the way I applied them was probably not the greatest. Maybe this brush isn't the greatest for this. I don't know, usually it is though. It looks okay. Let me, you know what? I'm gonna go into this brush actually and just kind of add, maybe make that a little bit better, I guess. Is this going to be a quick look? I don't know. Maybe this is not going to be the quick look I was hoping it would be. Oh boy. Okay, I do like that. It's still kind of got some weird blend right there, but you know, whatever. Okay, so now for the shimmer. I'm trying to decide if I want to go real bright and go into this shade right here. So pretty. Or maybe more subtle and use this shade right here. It's kind of like that brown and greeny flippy stuff. These three are beautiful too. You know what? I'm just going to go all in. Let's go into this shade right here. This brighter orangey, kind of orange and gold, maybe some brown in that too. I think that'll look really cool next to that darker matte shade. I usually like, if I'm gonna, ooh, look at that, that adhered beautifully to the brush. If I'm in a hurry and I want to put a quick look together, I usually grab the Stone Cold Fox from ColourPop. That usually, oh yeah. I'm thrilled that I grabbed this shade. This is beautiful. Yes. And it looks really nice up against that darker matte. That's beautiful. The Stone Cold Fox, I know it's gonna work well. You know, it's neutral and it's just easy to slap on, you know, 2 or 3 shades out of that palette and you're good to go. That's Taupe is also another one. Going Coconuts, Wild Child. You know, I usually, if I'm in a hurry, I'm gonna grab a neutral leaning palette. I mean, I can do a quick look with a colorful palette too, but I don't know, that's just my go-to is a neutral palette if I'm in a hurry. But you know, like with this palette, I felt like I could do a quick look with it because of the fact that the shimmers are so incredible, you know. This is just 3 shades and I think it looks really nice. And it didn't take me, you know, 45 minutes to put my eye look together, which there are times when I spend at least a half an hour to 45 minutes on my eye look, depending on what I'm doing, you know. Although, I don't know. I guess maybe it's the whole makeup look takes me 45 minutes. I don't know, whatever. But there are times when it takes me longer to put my eye looks together, of course, than today's look. This is pretty easy. I'm just going to go back around with that darker matte and just kind of make the edge of that shimmer look a little nicer. And then I think I'll go back around with that kind of orangey matte shade and just blend this very well, or at least attempt to blend it really well. We'll see. Go back into this and just go around the outside edge here one more time, just to get it nice and blended. Make sure I'm blending it well so it doesn't look funky. And then I think I'm good. Yeah. I love that shimmer shade. That is beautiful. It's kind of like pink and orange and gold and oh, so pretty. Yes. And let's see, that took me 11 minutes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now, do the other eye, my face, hair, and I will come back. So this is the finished look, and I really like how this look turned out. To do a quick look with this palette, using only 3 shades out of the palette, you know, I think it came together really well. The shimmer shade is absolutely gorgeous, as I knew it would be. And I want to say a huge thank you to Shani for sending me this beautiful palette. I really enjoyed using it today. I can't wait to continue to play with it. So let me show you just a few things I put on my face for my finished look, and then I'll talk to you more in depth about the palette. On my lips, I used my Dawn Lippy. This is the Wet n Wild liquid catsuit in Give Me Mocha, and my dear friend and subscriber Dawn, she loves this lippy as well. So this has become my Dawn lippy in my collection. Just a really nice, more neutral lip shade, maybe a little on the deeper side, and it just goes with everything. And then for my upper lids, I used the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Super Slim Liquid Liner in brown. I've mentioned before that sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't, and lately it's been working really well, and I just thought the brown would look good with the eye look today. Let's see, for my lower water lines, I started off using the Beauty Creations Gel Liner in Mango Tango. And I thought the orange would look cool. And it looked cool, but it also made me look really sick. I don't know, kind of drained my face of any life. So I was like, let's put this down, and I grabbed this one instead. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Eyeliner in brown. And I do like the brown better with this eye look. I don't know, the orange, I mean, it's beautiful, but in combination with everything that's going on, this looks better. And I love this product, it's awesome. And then for my mascara, I did use the Nobu Lash, again, from Nobu Cosmetics, I love it. And then for my inner corner shades today, inner corner shade today, I did grab my Sugar Drizzle Mini Glow Cube palette. I don't know why I can't ever remember what the name of the palette is. And I use this shade right here. It's kind of like a orangey gold pink shifting wonderful shade. So now let's talk about the Phantasia palette from Devinah Cosmetics. I will say that the mattes were a little on the dusty side. I mean, you know, it's pressed powder. It's going to be powdery. But there was quite a bit of kick up in the pan. I mean, that doesn't like really bother me a lot. I mean, I've had other palettes that were way dustier than this, like the Notoriously Morbid Mystery Ink palette. I was like, huh. But I really did like how they applied to my lid. I think they blended well. This one was a little trickier for me to blend, but it wasn't the shadow's fault. It was just the brush that I used and how I applied it. But at the end of the day, at the end of the look, these two shades worked really well together, blended nicely, and this shimmer shade is absolutely stunning. Beautiful orangey pink gold shifty loveliness. So fun. And, you know, of course I could have used more. I just wanted to do a quick look today. That was my goal. And I felt like I accomplished that very nicely with this palette and cannot wait to keep playing with it. Really appreciate Shani sending me this. I love it. Let me know if you have the palette. Let me know if you have anything else from Devinah Cosmetics. I am such a huge fan of the brand now. I don't know why it's taken me so long to try their products and become such a huge fan, but I'm thrilled to finally be aboard the Devinah Cosmetics train. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.